Hi there ladies, welcome back. In part 1 of this video, we talked about setting an intention using those 7 areas of your life worksheet to set your intention. Well, I love the second part of our lesson. It's all about uncovering and discovering your life purpose. One of the top questions I get asked by survivors and women in leadership is, how do I discover my life purpose and also establish my core values? My coach introduced me to a technique, and both of us have developed this over the years, and it's called the ABCD tool. I've included the tool in the classroom, and if you have a copy of the thread book and the workbook, the tool is also made available in those resources. So let's take a look at the acronym ABCD. A is to ask. Ask God to show you who you are in Him. And if you don't believe in God, whatever faith you believe in, pause for a moment right now. You need to ask the question of, who am I? Your authentic and your true self. And if you know the answer to that question, go ahead and jot it down. I want you to write down your name and what God reveals to you about who you are as His daughter. The second step, B, I want you to be clear on your core values. In the classroom, as well as in the book and the workbook, I've provided a core values worksheet. Take some time to work on your values, so to select the values that are most important to you. For example, my values are spirituality, honesty, meaningful work, happiness. I'm going to stop right there. I have others, but I'm going to stop at those 4. Those are my values. So what are values? Values are like your measuring stick. Everything you do, how you think, what you say, who you build relationships with. You use your values to measure the quality of all of those things that I've just described. Your values also help you to make decisions and to hold yourself and others accountable to the boundaries that you've established, right? Your values help to protect you, from wasting your time, engaging in things and building relationships that are not aligned with your values. Your values help you to choose the right career. When you know who you are and you know what's important to you, then you're so intentional, ladies, about where you work, what you wear, how you speak, who are your friends. All of that matters to who you are becoming. And so B is to be clear on your core values. So do spend some time and ask yourself, what beliefs do I live by and rely on to make important decisions, resulting in more meaningful and in a more fulfilling life? So like I said, review the values list. I would encourage you to pick the first 10 values, then narrow the 10 down to 5, and then study the top 3 values that are most important to you and weave them through everything that you do. C, which is step 3. So we're talking about how do you uncover your life purpose. So C, clarify. Clarify who you are called to serve. So now you know who you are. You know your name and you know your identity. So my name is Leonie. I am a woman. I am a Black woman. I always say I'm a Black woman, so I know who I am. And the B, to be clear on your values. My name is Leonie, or Dr. Lee if you want to call me. I am a Black woman. I even add a little bit more to that. I am a Jamaican Black woman. I'm a proud Jamaican Black woman. And then the B, What I value spirituality, I value honesty, and I value meaningful work and happiness as well. C is to clarify, who am I called to serve? So clarify, who are you called to serve? For me, I ask the question, and I want you to ask yourself the question of, who am I called to serve with my gifts and my talents? I think it's a no-brainer who I'm called to serve, right? I'm called to serve women like you. I'm called to serve individuals, organizations, and teams who are really dedicated and focused on transforming lives. And they could do so through research, education, and care. I know that. I know I'm called to serve individuals who are on a life path where they've experienced, whether it's trauma, tragedy, they're feeling stressed out, they've gone through a crisis, and they're looking for inspiration and or support to rise from those experiences to becoming who they were created to be. I know that for sure. So I want you to write down the people or target audience you feel called to serve with your gifts and talents. Then step 4D, decide. Decide what you have to offer your target population. So ask yourself, what do I feel the people I'm called to serve need and want from me? Again, I want you to list the ways you serve your target audience. So for example, for me in this moment, the people I'm called to serve are wanting resources and tools to become more efficient. The people I'm called to serve want to transform their lives, like women like yourself. You're looking to do something different. You believe with all of your heart that you were created for something bigger, something better. You've been dreaming about a relationship you want to be in. You want to succeed in your marriage. You want to build your career. You want to build your business. You just know, and you're knowing that you're called to be a transformed woman. And my job is to create resources and tools like this mentorship program, the books I'm writing and have written, and I want to get them in your hands so that you have them in your toolkit and you can access them at any time to truly transform your life. And finally, step 5, elevate. Elevate your progress. So ask yourself, what outcome do the people I'm called to serve want to achieve? What outcome do the people I'm called to serve want to achieve? That's the question I want you to ask yourself. Then I want you to write down the results people get from the services or the tools that you provide. For example, the people I'm called to serve, the progress would look something like they shift strategy, they take back control of their lives, they become more self-sufficient, they improve performance, they gain self-confidence, they increase their income, and the list goes on and on. So if you let's look at our pyramid. Number 1 is to know who you are, right? Know your name. At least the least you can know, ladies. Come on now. You know your name, right? And you know your culture, you know your background, you know your identity. Write it down. Number 2 is to be clear on your values. List the top 3 values, write them down. Then the next step is to ask yourself, who am I called to serve? Write it down. Who are the people? Identify your people group. Because when you know who you are called to serve, it is so easy to connect and find them. Yes, ladies. Yes. That's how I found you. Yes. And then decide what you have to offer. What do I have to offer you at mentorship program? I got books. I got stuff for y'all. I got stuff for you. Yes. And then finally, to evaluate the progress. So after all the work that I've done, all the resources that I provide my people group, what are the outcomes they achieve? Not me, they, because their success is my success. These people take control back of their lives. These people become the woman they've always wanted them, always envisioned themselves to be. These women are thriving in life. These women are happy with who they are. These women, are in the jobs that they have always dreamed of. These women are in relationships that they've always longed for. These companies are thriving, and the list goes on and on. That is what we call being intentional. Woo! Yes. Yes. Now, after you've answered all of those questions, I want you to go ahead and craft a purpose statement. Now, I'm going to share my life purpose statement with you and how it reads. My life purpose statement reads, my name is Leonie, Dr. Leonie H. Mattison. I create solutions that help individuals, teams, and organizations shift strategy, improve performance, and grow revenues to achieve intentional transformation. My top 3 values are spirituality, respect, and happiness. I think I said honesty before, but I had written down here respect. I think respect is number 2. Honesty is important as well, but I think it's within respect anyway. So I want you to go ahead and work on your purpose statement. So do the exercises. First, like I said before, A, ask God who you are. That's number 1. Number 2, B, be clear on your values. Number 3, C, clarify who you are called to serve. At 4, D, decide what you have to offer. 5, E, evaluate your progress. Ladies, let's get going. I'll see you in the next video.